Life has a quiet way of reminding us that true worth doesn't shout. In a world full of noise, where everyone is trying to be seen, it's easy to forget that value doesn't need an audience. If you stay with me until the end of this story, you'll discover a simple truth that can quietly change how you see yourself and what really makes something precious. Once upon a time, by the edge of a small coastal village, there lived a young fisherman named Rafi. He worked hard, but his heart was restless. Each morning he saw other fishermen returning with heavy nets and laughter, while his small catches barely filled a basket. "Maybe I'm just unlucky," he muttered one morning, staring at the sea. "No one even notices how much effort I put in." Rafi wanted recognition, to be praised, admired, known as the best. He believed that being seen was the same as being valuable. His friend Amara, a calm and steady weaver, would often sit near the shore as she worked. She spoke little but listened deeply. When Rafi complained, she smiled and said, "You measure yourself by noise, Rafi. But the sea doesn't speak, and yet it feeds us all." Rafi frowned. "That sounds nice, but how does silence help me catch more fish?" Amara simply pointed toward an old fisherman at the far pier. "Why don't you talk to him?" she said. "He's been out there for decades. They say he once found something the sea only gives to those who understand it." That afternoon, Rafi walked to the end of the pier. There sat the old fisherman, his boat tied, his hands mending a net with quiet focus. His beard was white, his eyes soft like the horizon. Rafi bowed slightly. "Sir, they say you found something rare in these waters." "How?" The old man smiled. "Ah, you mean the pearl." He held up a small shell hanging from a rope around his neck. "Let me tell you a story," he said. Long ago, there was a diver who searched for pearls. Every morning, he plunged into the deep, and every evening he returned empty-handed. He envied other divers who found pearls easily and showed them off in the market. So one day, he decided to dive where the waves were loudest, thinking the sea would reward his boldness. But the deeper he went, the darker it became. And then he saw it, a quiet oyster, hidden in still water far below the noise. Inside it was the largest, most beautiful pearl he had ever seen. You see, the ocean hides its treasures in silence. The loud waves above only distract those who chase applause. Rafi listened, his chest tightening with realization. He had been chasing attention instead of depth, noise instead of mastery. The old man continued, "A pearl never announces its value, Rafi. It lets time and pressure reveal it." From that day, Rafi changed how he worked. He rose earlier, spoke less, and focused more. He studied the tides, learned the quiet movements of fish, and gave his full attention to the sea instead of the crowd. Weeks passed, and one morning as dawn painted the sky gold, Rafi's net came up heavy, full of shimmering fish. He smiled, not because others would see, but because he knew what he had become. True worth doesn't need to prove itself. It grows in silence, through patience and pressure. The pearl doesn't speak, yet it is prized by all who find it. So work quietly, grow steadily, and let your results speak for you. If you like this story, don't forget to give it a like. Tell us in the comments, what part of this story spoke to you the most? And make sure to subscribe, so you never miss another piece of old wisdom retold for our times.